Good afternoon. It's round 4. I am trying to deliver you as much delicious content as I can before we hit the holidays, and I took a couple days off and I've got energy to burn. So I was thinking about some of the people that we've covered on this channel. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. And if you are a member, thank you for being a member. I see you in chat. Hello. So we talk a lot about Teen Mom on this channel. It's not our only topic, but it seems to be one of the favorites because everyone loves to talk about it. The girls have been on air for 10 years. They're not teen moms anymore. They're more like approaching middle-aged moms. Their kids are approaching middle school. Anyways. And one of our, favorite topics when the season airs is Ron, right? Because Ron is always a topic of conversation for Macy. So we know that Macy has a boy named Bentley with Ron, and Ron has been battling an addiction to heroin along with other issues, and he is now remarried to Mackenzie. If you follow the show, you know that Mackenzie and him got married while he was basically falling asleep at the wheel. He was not in a good state of mind, and the wedding was sort of pushed up really fast. They had to, I don't know what the rush was, they got married. A lot of people felt like Mackenzie was kind of like a stage 3 Klingon, Black Widow, like whatever, money train, trying to attach herself to the money train. People speculated that Mackenzie wanted to be on the show. It's been a wild ride for Ron, right? So last season, one of the biggest things was that Ron spent time behind bars. He was caught last December not paying a bar tab, right? And he was on probation for a charge where he was picked up and they found paraphernalia and drugs. And related to that, even though they didn't press charges, he ended up owing a bar. He walked out on a $36 tab. He got a bunch of drinks, didn't pay for them. Even though they didn't press charges, his probation office said, that's a violation, and they threw him into county where he spent some time. He was released this past spring, and shortly after his release, and while he was, by the way, how did I miss this? Oh, and sorry, while he was in the pokey, Mackenzie was raising their new son, Jagger, that she had in October of 2018 while he was away at rehab. So he actually missed the birth of his son, Jagger, because he was doing a stint to get clean. His stint to get clean obviously didn't go well because back in December, he's then drinking at the bar, which then lands him in jail. And then he's out in April of 2019 after spending I don't even know. It was from February to April, he was in jail, county jail. So when he gets out of county jail, jail, that's kind of what we say. Isn't that how Amber says it? Jail. Anyways, Ron got back out and he was very having some anxiety, some PTSD, talked about some troubles he was having. And, he has a baby that he came home to because Mackenzie, he was in rehab, then she has the baby. While he's in rehab, he gets out. He's only home for a couple months, then he's back in jail, and then he comes out, and she gets pregnant right away. And at the very end of the season, Mackenzie and Ron tell Larry and Jen, Ron's parents, that they are pregnant, that it was not at all planned. And despite the fact that it wasn't planned, they are gonna go forward with it. They were excited, and a lot of people were concerned. Granted, she had literally just had a baby in October. She was already pregnant again. He barely had his life together. However, now Larry has been talking all over to the Sun in the UK all about things Ron. And apparently, Ron has been doing well. He was seen this summer at the beach with his kids. He was spending time with Bentley. He still has an outgoing protection order that Macy has out against him, so she still doesn't interact with him. But he does see Bentley, according to Larry, at Jen and Larry's house, and he's being a daddy. So according to Larry, Ryan's dad, he's doing great. He's wonderful. No problems at all. Now, obviously, we take these things with a grain of salt. We always wish for the best, hope for the best. We know Ryan's history. But Larry says he's sober, he's staying busy, and Mackenzie keeps an eye on him. Don't know how I feel about that. I think nobody should be keeping an eye on anyone, but if you're being supportive, Mackenzie, good for you. All right, and then he says they moved into a new house, and it's halfway between us and mom and dad and her mom and dad. So I did some digging, and I went on to the Hamilton County Court's property assessment, and I found it. There it is. They bought this little ditty in November. It is purchased on October 10th, sorry. Purchase price is October 10th, 2019, $309,000. It's interesting though because the property is actually in the name of Mackenzie. It is not in the name of Ryan, maybe because Ryan has some credit issues. I don't know. But this is the info. Here's the deets. It is a single family home. It was built in 1989. It's on 0.59 acres. It's 2,100 square feet with carpet, hardwood tiles, blah, 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 vaulted ceilings. They've got all kinds of appliances, 3 bedrooms, some bathrooms, I don't know. Anyways, carport. And it's incidentally across the street from a tiny little pond. So there's a pond where there's some houses that butt up to it. It's called like Morning something lake, but it's not really a lake. Like in Minnesota, we would just call that a pond. It was just like a little puddle of water, basically. So he's apparently turned his life around. Yay! We'll be cautiously optimistic. Now, what else is going on? Well, Mackenzie is actually expected to give birth, and she is due with a baby girl, and her due date is just after the new year. I believe it's on January 3rd, and she actually went into labor early, so she is now on bed rest. So she's trying to hang out on bed rest to get to the end of the pregnancy, but apparently Larry says that, Ryan is really excited to have a little girl. This will be their first little girl. And Larry said she will be here after Christmas and the New Year. Ryan said he's going to spoil her. He wants to buy her a Camaro, and she's going to be daddy's girl. Okay. She's not even alive yet, and he's going to buy her a Camaro. Sounds good. They said that production almost actually missed the delivery. She actually went into labor. They had to give her medication to get the labor under control, and she's now on bed rest. He says that they have a name picked out, which is a family name. The middle name is after a member of my wife Jen's side, and then the first name is a modern name. It's cool. So she's gonna deliver, hopefully getting to her due date in January. A photo of her. There they are, like shortly after he got out of the clinker. But there she is with her little belly. So she is, she and Ryan, they're fertile. They like to do it. That's good. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know what he's doing for work. They said that he's keeping busy and Mackenzie's keeping an eye on him. And I know, I don't know, it's been a crazy few years, perhaps spending that time away from his family, going through what he went through. He went through a lot of stuff while he was behind bars. He apparently saw one of his fellow inmates got into a altercation and passed away. So that was actually pretty bad for him. That I don't know if that woke him up. He's obviously been going back and forth with stuff. Dr. Drew was actually super hard on him at the reunion, acting like Ryan wasn't taking his sobriety seriously. It's hard to know a lot of the times how serious this how seriously to take this, because Jen and Larry have done a really good job of kind of enabling him and speaking almost minimizing what he's been going through. We can really, really, really hope that he's doing well. He hasn't had any arrests. He hasn't been in any trouble, which is fantastic. So we just have to cautiously hope that this remains on this trajectory. But hopefully, with sobriety, if Mackenzie's keeping an eye on him, this is the only part that freaks me out is all of my friends in recovery will say that the only one that's responsible for your recovery is you. Nobody else is responsible to keep you sober. And having someone like keep an eye on you, that almost sounds like a little bit enabling. I don't know. If he can't be responsible enough to take care of himself, you have to kind of think like, Mackenzie, are you the parent of him or are you the wife? I don't know. But it's nice to see, with all of that said, it is good to see some nice news coming out of the house, coming out the gate with a new house, with a new baby on the way. Hopefully this means that he can turn his life around and things will kind of continue to move forward. He hasn't, it's interesting because with the trailer for Teen Mom OG, Macy was there, but there wasn't a lot of stuff related to Ryan in the trailer. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not that'll continue to play out. I mean, it's always part of it's always a part of the story, but it seems like, I don't know if that's going to be the focus this year or other things. If I were Macy at this point, I would be so tired of talking about Ryan all the time, especially considering the fact that she has, other children with her husband, Taylor. Anyways, I am always good for a good, yay, rah, rah story, and I'm always happy to share those types of stories with you. I am going to get offline because guess what? There has been some stuff going on in 90 Day Fiancé land. I just finished last night's episode and holy crap do I have feelings about that. But Paul is making all kinds of wild claims on Instagram about Kareen. And then Kareen is posting all kinds of stuff and it's I don't know what to believe here. He says that she ran off. She's saying Paul's lying. It's a mess. I feel like this whole drama is in my head. I need to finish listening to the John Yates Instagram live with Paul, and I want to talk about that later, along with just doing a 90 Day Fiancé roundup. We haven't done one of those in a while, and I have so many thoughts about what's going on in 90 Day Fiancé land. If you are interested in more 90 Day, let me know. Put that in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are about what's going on with Ryan. Are you happy to hear good news? Are you happy to see that he is taking steps to sort of get better, buying a new house, that kind of stuff? Are you cautiously optimistic or are you not buying it? Tell me in the comments below. Check me out on Instagram at Without a Crystal Ball, on Twitter at WOACB Official, and Facebook.com/Without a Crystal Ball. If you are here and you haven't given me a thumbs up, make sure you do before you leave, and make sure you hit subscribe over there, right down here. I don't even know. Wherever the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you'd like to join and become a member and support what I do here every day, please consider joining as a member to earn perks. All right, you guys, I'll be back in a little while. Bye.